Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and is a Tuff-N-Uff featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of Subfighter MMA, Orange County, California, Geoff Mellor. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 3 wins and no losses. Fighting out of Syndicate MMA, Las Vegas, Nevada, Natan Levy. Referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Chris Tione.
Championship fights, which are on deck. We have 5 of those that we'll get through. Those will go to 3 3-minute rounds. This one, though, is 3 2-minute rounds, as our format has been for the entire night. Mellor is wearing the black and the blue. Levy is wearing the straight black trunks.
A little bit of feeling out here in the first 30 seconds.
Levy, that karate is starting to show a little bit. I don't know if you noticed it, but his strikes are very deliberate. So you do see some of that karate style when you have a higher level karate instructor, in this case, that's competing. The punches have intention behind them. You're not just sort of lazily throwing a jab out there. And he is striking very hard. Even those jabs, he's really doing a nice job of firing them out quickly and then snapping them right back.
Doing a very good job with those kicks, too.
Yeah, well, that one snuck a little low. It was unintentional. It happens all the time. But from the sound of it, here cage side, it was a pretty loud thud. The crowd doesn't like that we're having a pause in the action, but it did sound like it was
completely
a direct
unintentional.
Shot. Yeah, unintentional, but a direct shot nonetheless.
He was backing away. Mellor was backing away as Levy threw that shot and just caught him in the wrong spot. He's got up to 5 minutes. Seems to be recovering. Obviously a very uncomfortable situation to be in.
There's the replay of it. So fires a kick to the head, and that that was a direct shot.
Just jammed up.
Yep.
Right as he was backing away.
And we are back to it. Oh, man. Levy ends up on the bottom there, but it was more of a slip, I think, than a trip. And he had actually connected with a couple of nice shots to Mellor before going down.
Yep, it looked like he got the better of that exchange, but Mellor ended up on top. Levy gets right back up against the cage.
I am curious how they're going to score that, though. I don't know if the judges saw that as a takedown. From where we're sitting, it did not look like a takedown. It looked like he actually connected with Mellor, and then Levy was trying to adjust his feet and tripped more than anything. But either way, Mellor ended up in top position, so I wouldn't be shocked if the judges saw that as a takedown. All right, nearing the end of round number 1 here. Final 10 seconds. Both competitors looking to put an exclamation point on their performance, and it's Levy that gets the takedown. He ends up in top position. That's the end of 1. So with the feeling out process and then the pause there with the unintentional groin strike, kind of a weird round because the action was broken up, but I think when it comes to significant strikes, Levy definitely coming out on top there.
I agree with you, and even if they did score that first takedown or that slip there by Mellor as a takedown, I think it was negated there at the end by Levy, so we're looking at 1 takedown apiece going into the second round.
Now that I just resaw it on replay, and it was from the other angle, because our side, Levy had his back to us, but looking at it from the other angle, Mellor was pressing forward.
Yep.
So he was driving his feet forward. So even if it was a slip on the part of Levy, now that I resaw it, I think that should count as a takedown for Mellor.
I think if you look at the takedowns and the striking, Levy did come away with the edge on that round. But he's got to be careful because he already has one, groin shot to him, so he can't let another one happen, or Tuff-N-Uff will take a point away from him.
2 more minutes on the clock, and it's time for round number 2. We are back underway. It's Pack the Mac, brought to you by Tuff-N-Uff, the future stars of MMA. Levy, very fast strikes. Mellor game, though. He's standing right in the pocket. He's firing back, looking for an opportunity, and this could be it. Caught a kick. Levy does a nice job of retaining his balance.
Mellor pushing hard up against the cage.
Mellor does not want to give up on that takedown, but Levy, excellent balance off one foot.
Nice reversal there. It's a lot of battling going on against this cage. Takes a lot out of these fighters.
About 45 seconds remaining here in round number 2. A lot of stalling going on. Wouldn't be surprised to see Chris Tuff-N-Uff break these two up if they don't advance their positions.
Seeing some knees and some strikes there.
Yep, Mellor
Separate
did a nice
on themselves. Yep.
On the break, got a couple of uppercuts in. Levy comes in, throws a heavy kick. It's checked. Oh, wow. Man, that one had to sting a little bit. Levy doing a nice job again with that balance. So he's going backwards on one leg, and Mellor is trying to drive through for a takedown, and Levy maintains that balance.
It's that karate background.
It is, and then he gets
a
the
great trip.
Final 10 seconds again of the round, doing a great job. Not looking for the takedown because he wants to keep it standing, but at the end of the round, wants the points and gets them. It's smart fighting on the part of Levy.
Absolutely. Another good round for him there. Not a lot of action throughout the first minute and a half of that round, but we saw some nice strikes there on the break and that nice takedown there at the end.
Yeah, so if you're Mellor's corner at this point, you've got to tell him to try to abandon the takedown. You're just wasting too much time, right? You're down 2 rounds to none at this point. You're not going to win this fight on the ground unless you pull out a miracle submission. And from what I'm seeing from Levy, his hips are too quick on the ground in order to set anything up. So every time it does go down, and even if Mellor ends up in top position, he just doesn't have an opportunity to capitalize.
And we just saw the 2 biggest moments of that fight, that takedown and when Levy stunned Mellor.
So here we go. 3rd and final round is coming up. Who knows what the corner of Mellor told him, but again, if I were standing there talking to him, I'd say, hey, you got to get a knockout, and you can't try to take this one at the ground. Don't press it up against the cage. Even though he's a good striker, don't try to negate this being a fight where there's going to be striking, because you've got to find the home run.
Those kicks just come so quick from Levy.
Oh, big left hand. Crushing blow from Levy, and to Mellor's credit, did a great job taking it.
He ate it.
But it looks like there's some blood that's forming below the hairline there.
Yeah, that's opened up.
Yeah.
That was a big strike.
And Mellor going for the takedown. And again, same thing, Levy hopping back on one leg, finds the cage, and now he's got the neck. That's it.
There's a tap.
That is the end, ladies and gentlemen. Natan Levy with the finish in the 3rd.
A rolling choke. That was awesome.
Rolling guillotine. Maybe it turned into a neck crank.
Hard to say.
It's hard to say, but it was very nicely done. So he relented for a second, allowed the takedown to happen, but in the process, got the neck. And very rarely do we see in the mid-roll there that big left hand.
Just split him open. Doctors are working on that right now. And here's the finish.
So he lets the takedown happen.
And rolls it.
And then just rolls it, and then.
And he's tapping before he's even finished rolling.
The arm was in, too.
That was surprising. Maybe he was just done.
Or maybe he just did such a nice job in the transition that the choke was tight enough that.
I mean, Levy is incredibly strong.
Yeah, he looks really just solid in every way, huh? His balance is great. He looks like a young Vitor Belfort, though,
Absolutely.
with his physique. Natan Levy in the third round. Did a great job on our unofficial scorecards and won the first 2 rounds with relative ease. And then in the third round, never at any point in that fight did he look to be in danger.
Absolutely not. Really impressive. Really impressive. Another great fighter coming up out of Syndicate MMA. A future star for sure.
And the official announcement coming from Justin Bernard here at the sold-out Thomas & Mack in the heart of Las Vegas. Great job by Natan Levy getting the finish in the third round. Let's let him have his moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 41 seconds into the third round, referee Chris Tione calls a stop to the fight for your winner by tap out due to guillotine choke, Natan Levy.
Nice show of sportsmanship there.
Natan Levy getting himself a victory. He now moves to a perfect 4-0. Certainly a star for Syndicate and their fantastic mixed martial arts program, and possibly a future star of MMA just in general.